Hello? Hello? Anyone there? Hello? It's Verizon. Your bill's due. You owe me, not the company, me, about $300. I don't make the rules. Well, kind of. Anyway, hi, good morning. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hello, Pascal. Hello, hello. How we doing? Are we doing well? It's a Monday. This is the beginning of a week. And it's probably hot as hell for everybody. So survive, drink water. If you have AC, I know it's probably not great for the environment. Fuck, it is hot though. I don't know how Europe does it. Anyway, good morning. How we doing today? Are we having a good day? Hope we're doing well. Sleeping in my car with a heat wave coming. Living in fear, loving life though. Yeah. Yeah. Best of luck. Don't die. Drink water if you can. Please. Because it's been deadly. Summer has barely started. It has been deadly. It's been a deadly ass time. But yeah. Hello. I'm getting some stuff. I forgot things. Here we are. I have the things now. But yes, it is Monday. It is the day of the days. Another watch along. Another one is off the list. I thought I had more shows to watch, but I am running out slowly. There's only so many analog horrors or horror series that we can watch. I'm gonna have to go probably like through a backlog eventually of like some really old ones, but we're watching something kind of new. I guess it's a couple years old at this point, but I have never heard of it. Called The Man in the Suit. This was recommended by I think, yeah, I'll call him a community member. It's a Godzilla analog horror. It has been canceled due to stuff that has happened with the creator. So like I don't think the story's ever gonna finish, but yeah, that's an interesting premise. I'm not gonna lie. Godzilla analog horror. Didn't think I need that combo, but I'm curious. I'm curious of what that's gonna be like. It sounds more like less of the fact that it's like Godzilla, like the kaiju, and more like Godzilla as an IP. For what I'm gathering about it, so I'm curious. I'm really curious to see how that's gonna be. But that's what we're watching today. I don't know much else other than the creator went through some stuff. That's about it. Because I was like snooping through the channel a little bit. I was like, oh, this could be fun. And the creator went through some hard times, and that's about it. And like, I really hope all the best for them. So we're gonna check out their work. That's today. That's today. It's a weird start. It's a weird start. It's a weird Monday for me too. I actually woke up early today, so I'm tired. So I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm flabbergasted that I'm awake, and I'm also flabbergasted there's a Godzilla. Well, hi, I'm Mary. I'll be on a watch list anytime soon. I did say that, didn't I? Talk about that. Only asking because it was mentioned before. That is true. That will be on a watch list. I wanted that is on the list. We'll watch that eventually. I do want to watch that because that hit like a 10-year anniversary, which is crazy. The creator is doing something on their actual channel, not the project channel, but yeah, that series is old. We'll watch that eventually because I do want to watch that because that's one of my OGs. That's like one of my like older ones that I also really enjoyed because I enjoyed the message that was said in that one, which was which I think could be very topical for a lot of people, especially for like image wise, like self-image wise, like body image wise, which is like can be a very sensitive topic, and I can see that being very cool as a horror thing. I know there's like there's another series I was thinking about checking out, but that has a website involved with that too, so I'm gonna have to actually sit down to do research for that, along with like finishing up my Dark Pals video, because I have not been on that. I'm sorry, I failed you. I need to really work on that because they keep pushing new shit. They keep pushing new shit on that, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to do an update at the end of this video when I'm done with what I have, because they keep pushing shit for Dark Pals, which I'm guessing they're probably prepping for like chapter 2 to come out, probably in the not too far future. But anyway, the man in the suit is what we're watching. It's a Godzilla analog horror. I'm excited. Analog horror can be a very finicky thing because in a lot of ways it was like how Backrooms was when that first came out. Everybody made something with that property, that style, right? And it looks like to be that kind of style, like Local 58, Mandela. That's more of what was it, Gemini? Yeah, Gemini especially. It looks like that type of style, more so. Like, provide you information in a more of like, I guess directly at you, less more of a stereotypical like story-wise with characters and stuff like that. More of just like told at you in a way. Analog horror is very interesting. That's how I guess I would describe it. It looks like that to me, which, no hate, I get it. It was a very big thing, and it was very popular apparently, the series. I'm like, let me do a thing. Apparently some of these got millions of views. I'm like, that's cool. I've never heard of this, but that's actually really fucking cool. Oh, this is translation too. Thank God. All right. Let's get to it. I promised it. Let's do it. Let's get to it. For the watch along day. Let me mute the music. Also, I forgot to bring chat up because I was making my thumbnail last night. There we are. Here we go. Also, I will say, I think this is such like a minor thing, but like just because we've had like already several series do it very well. Also, I just realized, is this fucked up? Okay, I can't use that one for right now. Anyway, I don't know what B's doing on that screen, but we'll just not question that. I think just setting up for this, I think is interesting. If all the videos are gonna be like this, I feel like this is some shit I would still do, so this is why I can comment it. We've had several series actually do appropriate like aspect ratios, like render it actually in 3x4 like well, and it's just obviously you can tell with the thing they did not do that, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just like a little pet peeve, you know, just a little pet peeve, not even a criticism or nothing, just like, oh, okay. I mean, you could easily fix that, like actually render it, because YouTube does both. It does it well. Anyway, so how long is this series? We got 12 videos. I think the longest is like 10 minutes, which is the last one. But yeah, let's get to it. Yeah, it's like 3 million views, almost 4 million views. I've never heard of this in my life. I have no clue what this is. Godzilla suit incident 1954. All right, someone did translate this, so I'm going to go down and read that. Description in English. Godzilla may be a monster, but it seems different to me. He is rather a god. Control our world according to each other. What is it? Control our world according to each order, and I'll be the meat of the beast. I will be the host of Godzilla. Because I want to be a god who is respected by people. I want to be the meat of the beast, of this beast, and the fear of which one is wrong. I'm not a movie monster. It's Goji. Goji? Yes. Goji? Yes. The law of good and evil. I will live in this beast because he is the only one who can help us. There is no God, just me, Goji. I hope I said that. Is it about Godzilla? Goji? I guess that makes sense. Because I think that's actually how you say, like, it's like a Japanese word for Godzilla. It's an interesting thing with like some words in Japanese, like they sound pretty much English, but with a little bit of racist, like like a racist stereotype of Japanese, and it's like of a Japanese person speaking English. But yeah, that's kind of how you would pronounce it. It's very weird. It's very weird. Anyway, yeah, Godzilla suit incident. Do we have any Godzilla fans in chat? I'm only kind of. I don't mind him. Did like the last 2 movies I watched. Is this like an actual town, like a bridge on fire? Is that what that looks like? The person in the Godzilla suit was unknown at the time. Wait, so did he actually? This is the incident. Okay, so this is the image of the attack. Someone's in the suit. Okay. This does feel like a newsreel of like back in the day. But the story, the actor was... Wait, sorry, I can't read apparently. But the story the actor has with Godzilla is odd. Okay. This is a photo of him in the suit. He is beautiful. He is grace. Give this man long locks of blonde. He deserves to be on a magazine. Can you just imagine Godzilla like voguing on a fucking like magazine cover, just like the hair, like you know, like they turn at the camera so they get that hair swoosh. Can we have someone do that? Then again, it is Godzilla. He does not have neck muscles. He can spray radiation blasts, but just like Batman, and also a very powerful person, can't move their neck very well for some reason. It's very odd. It's very odd. When it comes, with comes great power, comes less neck mobility. Apparently, that's what I'm gathering. Here is another picture. Wait, is this like a movie set? Or is this actually someone in the suit went that size? He got the acting job of being and wearing the Godzilla suit. Is English not the first language of this person? Whoa, what was that? I got confused by that sentence. I'm not gonna lie. Thought it might not be the first, or is it actually intentionally being like a type of weird broken English? Because we see this. What is this? It's like a decapitated head of Godzilla. Did anyone just like decipher? Okay. I guess not. I did see someone say there was an actual incident with the Godzilla suit. And the actor fell in love with it. The suit? He would wear the suit most of the time to the point that you never saw his actual face. A Toho producer. Okay. Even when we take breaks, he would just wear the suit. The suit would sometimes heat up, but he didn't care. Actor on set. What the fuck? Okay. So what I'm gathering already from this is like very much a the suit, like this looks like actually a set now. I was very confused. Is this like he feels comfortable in the suit, but yeah, what makes the suit so special that allows this? Like there's something about the suit. It was like he was addicted to the suit. Like if it's calling its name. Okay. It's gotten to the point where he brings the suit home even though we tell him not to. Co-director. Oh, he's in love. Sometimes you gotta be in love with a suit. It happens. He wouldn't really speak a lot, but he would say that his name is Goji. Basically, the nickname we gave to the suit. Oh, okay. The last time we saw him on set, he was acting in the suit. Until he just stopped. This is the photo that was taken. Did he die? Did he get eaten by the suit? Suit hungers. Several minutes later, he would start to walk and stop yet again. His breathing was muffled, yet he was also breathing oddly. Okay. He's being absorbed. That's what I'm gathering. He's being absorbed. The director thought it was a joke, poking at him to get back in place, but he wouldn't budge. After 2 odd minutes of oddly breathing, he would tell people to check on him and to make sure he takes off the suit. He was telling people to make sure to like, hey, check up on me and like try to get me to take off this suit. Okay. This was the photo someone took before the person on the right saw what was inside. what's inside. The man opened the costume to see that he was growing into the suit. His flesh would slowly rip away as he tried to open the pocket where actors would enter the suit. Yeah, I knew it. Well, no, I didn't know it. He's becoming the suit. He's fusing with it, not being absorbed, I suppose. Becoming the suit. Godzilla's about to be real. The suit was now his skin. Okay. Well then. How unfortunate. Somehow his body deformed to the point that he was filling the inside of the suit. It's crazy. Why? Why was that even happening? This is what they expected. Wait, they wanted that to happen? Oh no. We got dark magic happening. Oh hey, it's my thumbnail. Terrified. This is what they found. Godzilla doing a Fortnite dance. My God. He's actually in Fortnite, which is fun. Okay. I'm intrigued. I want to know why, though. Why now I need to know, as we watch this, why is that happening? You know? Why is he forming with the suit? Why did he form the suit to begin with? I did see someone like text it down. It's like there's actually based off an incident. Like someone was like talking about like that. Where did I see it? I don't know. Interesting. The concept is actually very interesting. I'm just curious on like where it's going to be going. Also, I don't know why I feel nitpicky today, but it's the one thing that's interesting. Like I haven't asked this actually of any of the other analog horrors we've watched, but like my question is, why does this like presentation exist about this incident? Like, what drove someone to want to do that? Now I want to know, like some series do a good job of like why it exists. Like it's probably like, say like in Local 58, it's like a copy of an old like an actual broadcasted thing, and someone maybe is like getting information. But I'm kind of curious, like, okay, you made this whole presentation about this incident. I guess I'll have to take that as good enough, but I can't help but thinking of like, why does this exist? Like in the world, right? If analog horror usually has like the sense of like, okay, has an in-world reason. But I love the concept though. I'm actually really curious about where this is gonna go. So the next one is, God, it's a lot of kanji, which is fair. Converted by, oh, okay. Argurius suit? That's one of the monsters. That's one of the other monsters when I'm gathering from the thumbnail. Now what? Someone translate, please. Thank you. Shit. Translation is red. What about the description? Help me. Someone help me. It hurts. It hurts so much. It hurts. I can't get out. Help me. Oh, God. There's no God, just me. Don't worry. I'll make you whole again. You lost your family. That's why I take revenge. Kill those who have wronged us. Who are you? It's Goji. Only Goji. So, maybe the suit's sentient. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like the suit is sentient and it gained flesh for that, and it's like doing other crazy ass shit. Okay. We'll have to come back to this once we get to the frames. Someone actually did like 4 frame. Okay. Alright. Let's go. Argurius suit incident 1955. Not one, but 2 of the most terrifying creatures ever loosed on man. Each a raging, unkillable horror. Both on a rampage to stun your every sense. Gigantus, the fire monster. Da-da-da. Born to destroy each other. But first, they'll destroy the world. That makes no sense.
Adventure and excitement to stagger the imagination. The fantastic fire monsters raging out of the flaming bowels of hell. Mighty Gigantus, crushing whole cities in his wrath.
Is this one of the situations where they couldn't get the rights? Like oh, this is also way different aspect ratio, I just realized. What the fuck? Oh, did he finally figure it out? I think he figured it out from that first video. One moment. This reminds me of like they call him Gigantus, but like I think about like they couldn't get the rights for Godzilla in the States or for some reason, or they changed it because no one would resonate with the fact that like what the fuck is a Godzilla? Americans don't know that shit. Change it. Okay. You'll not be Godzilla now. You'll be Gigantus. That's a better name, right? No, not actually. It's not a great name. We should have stuck with Godzilla. God damn it. I can't remember what else have done that. I know like Digimon has done that for all the Digidestin. They all have like they simplified their names. They got rid of last names. They just like chose different ones, more American. But like 4Kids did that a lot for stuff because they didn't think like American children audiences would understand nuances, I guess, or difference in cultures like that when it comes to like anime. I'm pretty sure they've done that with other stuff as well, but nah. Run from Gigantus. Anguirus. Why did that one say it? Why did that one's name is? But Godzilla had to become Gigantus. That's fucked up.
Scenes and sights and sensations beyond any.
But I was watching the movie. What the fuck? Oh, the man in the Godzilla suit still came along for the next movie. Is that what they called him? The man in the Godzilla suit? Interesting. Still came along for the next movie. If they stopped and told anyone about the suit man, Toho would have been sued and ridiculed for keeping such a disgusting creature. So they just made him work. It's like, well, fuck. We need to stay around. We need to make Godzilla a known entity. So we need to... We're just going to keep you around. So it's decided to keep him out of the public's eyes so they could bank off the success of Godzilla. Gotcha. Well, now we know actually more reason why this exists. This feels like more of a documentary style of a hidden past that Toho did. Like a dark past, a dark secret of Toho. That works for me. Toho wanted to find out the ultimate cause for all of this. That way we can make more. I want more money. God, that is blurry. The man in the suit has been examined by private doctors. The doctors weren't really sure about the cause, saying it might be a pill, but they weren't certain. Can you imagine there was a pill that did that? No. No, thank you. Why is there a pill that makes me absorb into a suit and make it my skin? Oh, God. Now I'm just picturing a giant Mickey Mouse. Because, you know, Disney would be all over that shit. I feel like Disney would actually love that shit. I'm like, we don't have to hire actors if they just become the characters. Where's my Disney analog horror? Never mind. I asked the question. I know the answer. Why? Disney's right behind me with a baseball bat to shut my ass down if I ever try to make that. I already knew the answer. Already knew. What they were certain about was the outcome. Whatever he took or had made his skin and flesh inflate in the inner suit, melting and fusing together. Somehow, the outside of the suit was now his skin. By a pill, supposedly. Of course. Okay, I do like the fact that he's given us plenty of time to read. Thank you. So many creators don't give us enough time to read their their dialogue sometimes. Sometimes they're like 3 seconds. Or a second. His bones were rearranged inside to match with the height of the suit. Oh, God. My thought is that he just becomes like a soup at first, but I guess not. It's more of like, it's slowly changing to the suit. He can somehow feel the outer layer of the suit, as if it was his own skin. Well, probably because it is. It turned out that he could see out of the eye sockets of the suit, but his eyes were bloodshot. Yeah, because it's like changing. It's ruined his ass. His eyes were bloodshot. Oh. Is that supposed to mean something? I like that. That's clever. His eyes were bloodshot. What? Okay. I don't know why that's so important. I'm scared. I don't like that. The name for the actor who plays Argurius is redacted. All the actors in this photo are also redacted. They are just square people. Bunch of squares. It's kind of funny. People on set noticed how he was odded out by the man in the suit. No one cared to tell him what happened and what he had become. Can you imagine having this conversation? Imagine being in your own monster suit and you're talking to the man in the suit and it's like, man, it's hot out here, ain't it? Yes. Incredibly so. And painful. Oh, yeah, sure, man. It could be a little painful on my joints. I have to be bent over a lot. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Anyway, you got any hobbies? Can you imagine? I'm just picturing this guy in this suit on screen. It's like has no clue, obviously, but also it's like, well, maybe he just wants to talk. You know, one monster guy to another monster guy. You know, and just like, you know, we could bond over that. We're both guys in suits. It's rough out here, man. Not the fact that he's like singling them out, probably to also form into a suit. They're just like, yes. You got any hobbies? I do. But you'll find out soon enough. Oh, that's cool, I guess. Oh, just doesn't even question it. They're just around a water cooler. He's like actually using the thing. The other guy's like already half out of the outfit. Man, aren't you hot in that outfit? Like, yeah, that's crazy. You're just actually drinking it through your eye holes? Wow. I guess they really changed the quality because this suit sucks. They must have really did good for you. You are the star, I guess. I don't know why I'm like this. I always make up fake stories. I'm sorry. This definitely is like he's trying to make another one immediately. He's gonna do something. The man in the Godzilla suit was very cooperative. Even after losing his vocal cords, you can still make some noises. Like one of an animal. Ah, fantastic. Never mind, they couldn't even have conversations. It'd be like, rah, 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 rah. I just... rah, 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 rah. Be like Chowder. Everything would go great until the last scene. They had to go where they would both fight. And then he squirted blood into the suit so he too would form into his. Forgot to mute my phone. Oh, okay. We're actually gonna watch what they thought was the final fight. Okay. Row, Raggy. Row. We always wondered why it was so lifelike back in the day. Godzilla moved with such grace. Because it was real. It was a real baby Godzilla. Did he actually bite him? Oh shit! He actually bit him. That's how he did it. Gotcha. The man in the Godzilla suit would chomp on the actor's head, making him bleed profusely. This was never a part of the script. I know this took a dark turn, but it just reminds me of a clip I actually saw of one of the actors that played this character in one of the movies when they still did the suits, right? It was a lady, and she would do the noises as with the physical acting, so you just hear rah, like not being recorded, just rah. I thought that was kind of cute. I thought it was funny. Just really get into character, and I just like this poor guy. I just wanted to say the random fact. It has nothing to do with the fact. She did not get her head chomped by a baby Godzilla. Like whatever that happened to this poor guy. That did not happen. She just roared, and it was cool. I liked it. The actor would yell painfully for help as the teeth chomped onto his head. Seconds later, the actor would stop moving. Cue the description down below. There's only Goji. The man in the suit will protect the unconscious actor as he roared at anyone who came close to the unconscious actor. You don't need to restate yourself twice, just so you know. He's like, no! I want a best friend, so I'm gonna make one! By chomping on his head. The actor would awaken, shaking violently as he struggles to get up from the ground. The crew on the set helped him. Fearing the worst, they tried to take off the suit. It wouldn't budge. Terrified. A picture was somehow taken when the man in the suit roaring and protecting... A picture was somehow taken when the man in the suit roaring and protecting the unconscious actor. There's a word missing. But I understand where you're going. A photo was taken somehow to do the protest of the man in the suit. And I'm guessing we're going to do the exact same thing we did the last video. This is the picture. It's just like... I can't even think of a joke. Oh no, chat! Chat! Chat, Godzilla's mogging me! He's look-maxing me! Chat! Chat, Godzilla's look-maxing me right now. He's mogging. I'm scared. Who told him about mogging in 54? I don't like this photo. He looks like he's gonna fuck me. He looked at me from across the bar and he liked my vibe. Him and Argarius saw me from across the bar and liked my vibe. I don't know how I feel about this. Is this what they expected? I like the song. Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling we were going to do this again. No. You don't get to just sneak those in, dude. I don't know if there was any more, but oh. See, now that is a terrifying Godzilla. Also looks, is that his tongue or is that another mouth? I don't know, but now that is a face that's not going to try to fuck me. That is a face that actually puts terror in my soul. That's good. I like that. This is what they found. I'm gonna have to assume that someone put these together for a reason, right? Probably to expose Toho. Okay, we have been here for a while. You can show me now. It's fine. It appears that he, like... What is that word? Okay, I don't like these different aspect ratios that keep happening. You gotta stop. Okay. We can actually go back to that description now. Between 86 and 87. Wake up, you have a purpose. Stop trying to stop the inevitable equals wake up. You have a purpose. Stop trying to stop the inevitable. Goji. And at 9, help me equals help me, Argarius actor. Yeah. Okay. Well then. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. You don't get to do that because I have to do this with every fucking clip now. Let's fix this goddamn shit. I know it's like already done, but I feel like this is very important for anyone else to make stuff. Be very consistent about your aspect ratios. It's a minor annoyance, and the viewers don't give a fuck. But if you do stupid shit like how I have my shit set up, it's a little annoying. I'm not gonna lie. It's another pet peeve. It's just like I just want it to look good. That's all. All right. What's this one? Godzilla Encounter 1962. We did a jump. We went from 55 to 62. I'm guessing that was when the next film came out. God bless whoever's doing the description stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Description in English. We were supposed to make a movie about what happened. About what they did. What they did to my family. What they did to me. Oh, filthy traitors. I didn't pour my soul into this carcass to be entertained. And with those who killed my family. Betrayer. Huh? What happened now? Godzilla Encounter 1962. So I'm guessing the original Godzilla. Imagine his, like... I can see that as a thing. His lifespan changed after he fused with it, right? I feel like if anything, your lifespan would shrink because your body's going through turmoil to reform a look. Still want to know what caused it. I don't know if we'll ever get that answer, but I want to know what caused this whole situation to even happen. Oh, he's stepping. It's catastrophe. The titanic, terrifying battle between the mightiest monsters of all time. I love this font. King Kong versus Godzilla.
Blazing a trail of terror to his Japanese homeland.
Ah, yes. The timeless fight between Godzilla and King Kong.
See Godzilla this.
Question, did anyone go see that Godzilla versus King Kong movie that came out like a year or two ago? I haven't seen that one. The only two I've actually seen, like, sat down for Godzilla movies. I have watched a couple of the old American ones. Those aren't great, in my opinion. But I've seen Shin Godzilla, which is the more horror Godzilla. I really like that one because that shit was absolutely disgusting. It was more of like, not like this type of horror, like body, like gory horror. It was very good. And then I saw Godzilla -1. That was also really good. Those are really good movies. Highly check those out if you do want to check out a Godzilla movie. Shin Godzilla is absolutely like disgusting looking for a Godzilla, and I vibe with that. Check those out if you can. I like those two. I'm sure there's other good ones, but I've heard mixed things about that King Kong versus Godzilla one though. But those other two I said, those are actually done by Japan, so like they're actually good. And don't just have the monster on the screen for less than 5 seconds. Like the 2014 one, I think, was like, he was on screen for like 10 minutes. I'm like, that makes no goddamn sense. You know, I think I just bitched about the aspect ratio, but he actually got the aspect ratio fine. I'm ridiculous. What are we looking at now? I'm going back. What did I miss?
See Godzilla this.
Is something on top of the footage? Or is it just like... Oh, it's just trees right there. Well, then right now it's kind of like weirdly on something's on top. Okay. A poster. I love King Kong. He looks great. He's like, damn! Those are my titties! Why are you blasting my titties? Sorry. With the man in the suit being the only Godzilla suit at the time, they used him for the next film. He is still alive. God. Is he going through turmoil, or is he too blissfully thinking he's God? Because he's been doing that, right? He's been feeling like he's God. Would he be in like it, like without that type of weird like divine bliss that he's weirdly experiencing? Is he like, would he be in terrible pain the entire time, or do you think it's settled eventually? I think Argurius is definitely in turmoil. With King Kong being an American film, the man in a suit wasn't having it. God, is Godzilla xenophobic? He hates Americans? Man. That sounds about right for Japan. I'm not gonna lie. I actually does sound pretty on point with Japan. They're very xenophobic. It's very odd. This is where I come in. Oh, finally! Reason why these exist. Yay. Thank you. Wait, are you still alive? I'll be hiding my eyes and my name for my family and my family's safety. I was put onto the job of being the cameraman. They told me what happened before and told me to stay quiet about it or I would be arrested. It's always an American exposing Japanese secrets. This is why they're xenophobic. This is it. This is why they're xenophobic. It's like, you keep exposing our bullshit. It's like, stop doing weird bullshit. I'm like, no. You're Americans. You also do weird bullshit. I'm looking at you, MK Ultra. Shh, you're not supposed to know about that yet. 62? Yeah, they've been around for, I think they're still around. I don't remember how long MK Ultra was around. But the truth needs to come out somehow. Well, now we now have a good reason why these are being made. All because King Kong had to go fight Godzilla. The man in the suit wasn't happy making a movie with the Americans. He's like, I can't turn them. Toho's producers forced him to look more appealing to a younger audience. Huh? He wasn't happy with how this all played out. Did he like change his appearance? I guess so. It's like, I like the way I look. He had a very bad dislike towards the actor in the King Kong suit. Shioshi LaRossi? I don't know how to say their name. Shiochi? I think that. He either thought Shiochi was a traitor for portraying an American monster or saw something in him. We knew that he wasn't a big fan of the Americans. He would roar at them and try to attack them. We treated him like a lion at the zoo. Yeah, that's fucking fair. What an extra layer that Godzilla just was xenophobic. Like, it's crazy. It makes sense, but it's funny to me. No, actually, he would hate. No, I actually not xenophobic. It's a valid xenophobia in some way. Because, for those that don't know, part of the reason Godzilla existed in the first place was because of the fact that we bombed them. The United States nuked Japan. The creator of Godzilla took that turmoil to be inspired to make a creature that was like fed off the radiation of those explosions and like mutated a normal lizard to Godzilla. That was I believe, don't quote me fully, the reason why Godzilla exists. It was to turn a tragedy into something that could entertain the masses, essentially, in a time of distress. So it would make sense, actually, why Godzilla would hate Americans. It's a weird thing to say, but it's a valid xenophobia. You nuked my fucking country. I'm like, yeah. Wasn't that long ago either, technically. So that's fair. That's fair. We had to film one more scene. I was instructed to not stop filming. I don't like that sentence. The script was for after destroying the big building, he would act to use his atomic ray breath on him. Yes. He had that. Very long scenes on these runs. I keep expecting them not to be. It did not go as planned. He actually blasted him with radiation. He died from cancer. It was crazy. We keep our distance from Godzilla now. Ah, yes, the iconic roar. Can you do his tail drop kick? Godzilla, do your drop kick, please. That's so funny. Here's the thing, those were real atomic blasts. No lie, that'd be really fun to actually be an actor in one of these suits just to destroy shit for at least an hour. I would hate to be on set with it because those would be hot as hell. Are they even fighting each other or are they destroying the building? They're glorified construction demolition crew. Oh no! I'm guessing they weren't supposed to fall off the cliff? The man in the suit would push. God damn it. Sorry. Yawn came out of nowhere. Shirochi off the cliff. And I had to record it all. Well, that's terrifying. There was a struggle in the water, splashing as one of them frantically tried to get out of the other's grasp. Come on, King Kong, beat his ass. I believe in you. Only one of them rose from the water. Wow, I wonder who it could be. Might have a whole series about it. I fucking win! Fuck you for nuking my planet! Hey Edo, I hope Edo, how you doing, man? I was sick to my stomach. Why? Did I miss dialogue? Only one of them rose to the water. Okay, we're good. We're good. I thought I missed words. Sup? Hope you're having a good day. I did not click play. I was sick to my stomach, not wanting to know what he had done to Shiochi. I got my other camera. See, now that time. I got my other camera and ran. You too, thank you. We for everyone joining us, we are watching we're doing a watch along of an analog horror, a Godzilla analog horror called The Man in the Suit. If you're new here, we generally like to do a watch along, specifically on horror series, almost every Monday. And that's just what we're watching today. We're only 3 videos in. It is interesting. Essentially what's happened right now up to this point is that a man that originally have worn somehow that wore a Godzilla suit for like the 1954 movie somehow fused with it, and he's been used for every movie since. Apparently up to this point, at least. I don't know about the future. But yeah, it's very interesting. Seen this before? I have not. I'd never even heard this, actually. We had a community member actually recommend this to me a couple times to check out, and I finally did. It was like, you know what? This would make for a great watch along. And yeah, it's been interesting. I tried to leave the long corridors of the Toho studio, wanting to take a quick breath of fresh air, but I heard screams from the room I had left. Oh no. Not the screams. The power went out. Godzilla was in the rafters. He started picking people one by one. And at the end, when he got to me, he said to me, "I'm Batman." I'm like, what the fuck? I thought you were Godzilla. That's crazy. We were all confused. I used the flash of my camera, trying to look around frantically, trying to find an exit. I heard someone's footstep walk towards me. I thought it was an employee. I took a photo, wanting to find an exit quick. Is he going to be mogging the camera again? Is Godzilla going to try to give me fuck me eyes again? I'm scared. I don't want that. It wasn't an employee. It was the man in the suit. Da-na-na. Cue the Godzilla theme. The Wu-Tang song, though, specifically. Ooh, that's good. I like that. It's like, hi, I'm not Paul. I'm like, oh my god. Who would have thought? What is that? It's Godzilla. Sorry, the man in the suit. It's not Godzilla. Not Godzilla. Oh. No. We gotta read shit. Hopefully someone put nope. Okay. I went back one too far. Alright. So most of the descriptions are always in kanji, so I can't read it, but thankfully enough, looks like a paralysis demon. Might as well be. Let's be honest. Dude fused into Godzilla. He might as well be. All right. But thankfully enough, this guy specifically, which the creator of this series has pinned his messages whenever someone deciphers this, which I do appreciate that on both accounts here. We did read this, but I'll reread it. We were supposed to make a movie about what happened, about what they did to my family, what they did to me. So yeah, okay. So like I said, like where I was watching this, I was first I'm like, oh my god, Godzilla's xenophobic. It's a fair anger towards Americans. It wasn't that long ago. Also, the reason why Godzilla even existed. Do be pissed about Japan getting bombed. Fair. That's fucking fair. Can someone say what was that last word though? I would really love it if someone said. No? Okay. That's fine. Whatever. Let's move on. So the next one. But also, before we get into it, I do like the fact that we now have a reason why these exist. And it's fine that it took like a couple of videos, but because it is the whole point of why, is that it makes you question, like, why do these videos exist? Why are we getting information about this situation? It's because the fucking American cameraman was like, fuck this shit. I gotta record this shit and get more information because this is crazy. This dude just killed a fuck ton of people and somehow he made it out. That's the interesting part. Somehow he got out, and that's crazy. Oh, we got a long one today. The line, how do I explain this? Imagine a, what? No, that's not it. I want to know the description. Here's the description translated to English using Google Translate. Well, okay. Fucking grain of salt. I'm not a monster. I'll help you all. I will kill who have wronged me. Those who murdered my family. Those who murdered my family. And those who supported them. You. You killed my family. Monsters. So, is this the original man in the suit that took over this camera? Like this, that got absorbed by the suit? His anger is finally coming out? I mean, like, even in my 62, like, when was the bombing of Japan? Because it wasn't that long after the, like, when this came out, right? They do say the cameraman never dies. It's true. I don't know my history very well. So, like, I'm wondering if, like, his rage is finally coming out. Or his rage is influencing it. He's still him, but the only thing is left is, like, his anger? I guess we'll find out. Deception of Growth, 1962. I was startled by the first encounter of the man in the suit. It made me more curious than ever. It might harm me if doing this, but I need answers. So I've gone to one of my friends, who was smart with this stuff. I won't name her, so I'll call her, Elise. Elisa? Why am I butchering how to say that name? Anyway, I called her, but she was in the middle of teaching her class. But she would still call me because of how curious she was. She'd never seen anything like this. Also want to say Elsa. I don't know why. Blanking on what that word is, the name is. I recorded the section of the call. Okay, let me turn it up a little bit, I guess. If it's too loud, let me know.
The thing is, whatever this was caused wasn't from a pill. This is something else. Oh, God. This is the work of radiation. Holy. Holy shit. The man in the suit doesn't fuse with the suit instantly. His body explodes in the suit, then it reshapes itself in the suit. How do I explain this? Imagine a cream-filled donut. Without the cream, it's mostly a flat donut. That was the suit.
I thought that comment was making a joke. I literally thought this comment was making a joke. Also, it is kind of sad that you couldn't get like actual English actors to do, like English speaking actors to do these lines. Um, I don't know if it's AI, but it definitely like sounds like a text to speech voice. But oh well.
Before, but because of the filling. The man, it basically filled up all the space. But him and a cream-filled donut are different. The cream and donut are separate entities. There is a barrier so they don't mix. The man in the suit, however, his skin, his flesh, his bones. It's fusing with the suit. His teeth would be the suit's. Whatever he took. It's mutating him. It's making him more like a creature than a human. Soon he will have animalistic properties, like using its teeth more effectively, and would be able to control his tail. You said his eyes could move?
You're right. He can use his tail. Soon he'll be able to do the Godzilla drop kick. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He like rides on his tail and he propels himself forward, both feet out, because obviously the suit can't really bend like that in those later ones. And he just glides on his tail. He's going to be able to do that soon, and that's going to be terrifying.
And
Can't be having that, chat.
But in this photo, his eyes flashed back. Human eyes don't do that. You need to try and put him down. If not, it is probably too late for mankind.
It was chattering in the background. Yeah, I think it's like she was in a public place when she made that call. She said something about him mutating to the point that he looks like a beast. Well, he kind of looks like one, doesn't he? Or is it going to become a more deformed Godzilla? I question what he would look like when he is fully mutated. She corrected me. There is no stopping point for the mutation. She then told me to go to AIM artists, and give the description that I sadly forgot now. It's fucking, sometimes the English is not well written. It's fine if that's not your main language, but I'm very confused. To am artists. I think it's supposed to be to an artist. This is a typo, but yeah. I told them to make the art, and they complied. My Japanese would be a bit rusty because I thought I asked for one drawing, but got 3. Here are the drawings. Da-na-na. Yep. Yep, that's thick neck Godzilla, all right. That's Goober Godzilla. I like him. I like him so far. He's very goober. And that's just Godzilla. That's Godzilla with a blown out hand and one missing arm. Are these actually drawn or are these different? Okay. What the hell? Yeah, this is Godzilla photos. My only question is, like, were they actually drawn? Because he was, like, missing an arm in that last photo. Interesting. I hate that I do have to question on these things, but that's just the world that we live in. And, like, these were just a couple years ago. So I'm like, I'm curious. What the fuck is the title? Can you translate that? I think it probably blended in. Maybe. I don't know. Translate. Suit trial? Suit fitting, suit testing. Was it? Oh, so this is like prior to that? Okay. 1958. No, this is like prior to the events of the Godzilla encounter. So what suit are we doing right now? I snuck around the Toho building a day after the encounter with the man in the suit. I found a tape label. Oh, it is. Okay, okay, so it is. I guess. I realized this was some years after the Agurius incident. Let me just show it. Okay. What suit fitting? So Toho made that actually creepy on their own. It was like this already. It was not created for this series. They were just already did weird, creepy tones. I can't read that at all. We are fully aware of the situation we are in. We'll do our best to... God, fuck me. Sir, do you have a higher resolution? No? Okay. And what they need to hear as they listen, they will try and do some audio tests? Okay. What are they gonna do again? Something that can't be stopped? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I cannot read this. Hold on, I'm trying right now. I cannot read this. Did someone have this down in the description? I would love to actually be able to read this. I cannot. What is it? Let's start with the man in the suit. We are... I cannot read this again. Against something. Yeah, I don't know. Well, they tried to keep it secret. That's all we know at this point. What the fuck is being said? He destroyed... I can't read half of this. This is too illegible. Can you read that, chat? I am having such a hard time. Okay. Jesus Christ. Let's just say they're trying to cover shit up. That's all I'm gonna go with. Oh. The fuck is that? Is that a hand? That's his tail. He grew a tail. With the SCP, baby. Call up the Foundation. Kind of a bop angle on. Looks like they did an X-ray on him. So wait, is that actually his tail and like his foot? It's like I'm trying to look at like ink blocks, like ink blot things like that therapists show you. I'm trying to fucking do my best. Kind of surprised there isn't already a Godzilla SCP. I'm sure there's like a one that's like vaguely a like Godzilla one, but I don't read them, so I have no fucking clue. Chat, what is this? Oh. Sorry, let me go back a little bit. I feel like we're getting a lot of information, but I'm going to be honest, I can't read or hear anything. It's a little too jumbled. You know what I mean? It's a little too hard for me to read. How is this one? It's good. I just don't know what's being said, and I can't read when they have some text on the screen, especially in the last bit. I don't know what's being said right now. It's definitely a little bit of English. There's definitely English being said. I can't understand it. It's a little too dirty. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just a little too dirty. Oh. Huh. Sounds like it's coming from a speaker. Yeah, I think they were talking to it, but I don't know. I was jamming to that. How dare you? And now we got a song, and there he is, staring directly at us. He's bogging us again, chat. He's look maxing us. He's not as effective, but this time he's still doing it. It is creepy. That's good. I like that. I was mailed this tape. I don't think someone in the Koho studio made this. You don't think someone in the company made it? Okay. You don't understand. Oh, okay. You killed my family. Yeah? You Americans cheered when we lost. We lost our homes. We lost our families. You nuked us. Yes, we did. The nuke took my wife. The nuke took my kids. Hiroshima was our home. I left for a business trip. Oh, okay. You took everything from me. So I decided to return peace by getting rid of the people who wronged us. Oh, Godzilla's gonna attack America. Understandably, though. It has shown a lot of scenes from the original movie. The original movies, which is fair. That's how you do that. Okay. Well, now we have a motive. And honestly, pretty fucking fair. Oh, that's even more terrifying. Okay. All right, I'm gonna stand up. One moment. Let me get my shit set up. Well, we know why he's doing this. Don't know how he got to like this, but you know, here he is, right? Here he is being a being a man in a suit, essentially. All right. It's like Shin Godzilla, kind of. Kind of, outside of the fact that, like, Shin Godzilla doesn't want to get revenge. Shin Godzilla is just Shin Godzilla. Very much a very different, like, physical interpretation of Godzilla, which I'm down for. But my question is now is still how the hell it happened, right? I'm still really curious about that. How did it happen that he fused with the suit to become this entity? We now know that the mutation's not going to stop. A doctor says it's not a pill that did this, which would be, that's honestly is crazy that they thought it was a pill. But like, how did it happen is now the last question I have. We know why these videos existed, because there's like a cameraman, an American cameraman is wanting to get this information out there, while Toho is like trying to keep it locked down because that would just ruin the money made by this, like, this IP. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't mind this. This is a pretty good, like, little series. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's good. Dorsal extraction. What does dorsal mean again? I don't remember what dorsal means. Let's see. What do we got for description? It's like company affairs. Ah, okay. Get the map pat. You know, funny fact, I do see, like, on my side thing, like, for recommendation that they did do a video on this. Fun fact. So, okay. So what is this? Yeah. Google Translate for me. In the darkness, I am beautiful. Yeah. You know what? I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that. Anyway. I recently got 2 sets of mail. Not emails. There's no email yet. They were shabby, but they came from Toho. Dorsal extraction 1962, by the way. I didn't say the year. They didn't look professional. They looked sloppy. By sloppy, there's ink everywhere. There's, like, thumbprints. Like, if fingerprints were still, like, a thing, were, like, a popular thing at this point, I'd probably figure out who exactly did it, because there's a lot of thumbprints. A lot of thumbprints of ink. I would hate to see what their cubicle looks like. It's probably disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. One was how nobody at Toho mailed me. What? One was how nobody at Toho mailed me the weird package, even though the mailing address was from there. Okay, that's such a weird sentence. It was from Toho, but not from Toho. Second was that I was fired. They must have thought I'm telling people this. They were correct. Thankfully, I had befriended someone to be a spy and get me photos and tapes of what was happening. Toho has some explaining to do. You have some explaining to do, Toho. He came here earlier with a tape called Blah, aka Dorsal Extraction. Sounds like fucking teeth or some shit. Please have clearer text for me to read. I would love that. We will try and get him out of the suit. Are you actually, though? We're unsure if this is going to work. So they're going to try to extraction. That's what's going on. Alright. I'm going to turn it out just a little bit. Well, that looks to be on the spine of Godzilla. Is it like the dorsal plates of Godzilla? I guess. Probably has like a spine. Like those things right there. I think they're trying to extract. Oh, a man in a suit. Are they just gonna do it in the middle of the night? That's how you're gonna die, good sir. Well, now he's awake. Is he just fine with this? He's just chilling? Or did you strap him down? He was very cooperative. Well, that answers that. We thought we had heard him, but it didn't. He's very chill about it. He's like, yeah, you can take my dorsals. I don't care. Dorsal it up. The results are fascinating. We learned that by cutting through his dorsal plate, we can see how old he is. He is 2. Oh, wait, no, not even 2. He's almost 10 years old. He's like a tree. Who would have thought? If there's a real Godzilla, we'll have to add it into the movie. He's like a tree out here, people. Oh, that's why he's fine with it. He just grew it back. Oh. Oh, that's disgusting. I'm surprised this isn't the end, because the spy told me that after 2 minutes of this being filmed... Wait, I'm surprised that this isn't the end, because the spy told me that after 2 minutes of this being filmed... What? The man in his suit would attack a man with a camera. He told me the flash from the camera hurt his eyes. Gotcha. Sounded so slimy and crunchy? Yeah. Yeah, like it's definitely like... coming from the band's body inside. There's no way to get that man out. You're basically going to be skidding Godzilla. Like a fucking rabbit. That's how you're doing this. You're like de-skinning. You're just skidding this guy. Like they are one and the same. And it's been how many years? Yeah, good luck. Good fucking luck. Yeah, it makes sense the flash would hurt his eyes, because he'd be more sensitive to that. Because he has like... What is it called? It's a type of like reflectiveness in nocturnal animals' eyes. That's what you're capturing whenever you get the flash of like a more nocturnal, like an animal that can see nocturnally. It's a type of hyper reflectiveness. So I can see that being makes them like very sensitive. We learned that in several other series we've watched on this channel for horror series, like Hollow Birds back in the day. Had a very similar thing. Talking about how they developed that as they became more dinosaur-like in Hollow Birds. Check that out, by the way. Very cool series if you haven't heard of it. It's not like this. It's not really an analog horror, I guess. It's kind of like it. But it's really well done, nonetheless. Titanium lucidum, I think? Yeah, it's something like that. I cannot remember. It's fascinating, though. It's a really fascinating thing. The person took photos while they ran. So they're going to be blurry. These are the photos. These are their stories. Sir, you can't be giving those out. You're gonna have, this is going to be on OnlyFeeds. Like, it's going to be on that Wikipedia page. They're going to be scoring the man in the suit Godzilla's feet on that website. He's probably going to get like a 7. People are going to be really into this shit. It's going to be crazy. Yeah, this is a random blurry one. Where's that face? Close up. We know it's going to be there. I saw it in the thumbnail. We'll never know what crevice that came from. Same with that one. We don't know. Oh, no, that's it. That was it. That was his face. You see it? He's like, rah! Rah, pay your taxes. No, Godzilla, you can't make me. I don't wanna. Are we gonna get a better one of it, or? I had to walk away. I literally had to walk away. That was fun. This is funny. It's supposed to be terrifying. I understand that, but this is absolutely hilarious. This is exactly what it looks like when you wake up a Mog, like a look maxing guy before they put all their bullshit on. This is what happens when you wake them up. It's like, whoa, you woke me up. No, my natural face. It's great. I love it. It's so fucking funny. What's that new meme going around? Fucking some weird face? I don't even know. But like, he's weirdly becoming more human. And also it looks like it's weirdly peeling off of his face. Like, it's very interesting. I'm curious how this is working. But he looks so upset. He's like, how do you? Oh, okay. Is that it? That was it. That was that whole episode. Understandable. Let me go back. See if there's anything I missed. We already looked at the description. No, okay, we're good. Looks like the jaw was missing. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of like wearing down, or like it. I think the jaw was there. It was just lower, like it was peeling away. Anyway, we got everything from that video. So now it's we're back to the Arginus suit, 1956. So we're gonna probably learn what exactly happened. So there's the description. Someone translate it, please. Why can't they listen? I just want to be human again. So he's still around. The guy in the Argurius suit that got turned by Godzilla back in the day, a year after Godzilla was formed, he's still around. However, he doesn't have this like god complex, like run by his anger to want to kill Americans. Essentially, like that motivation. He just wants to be human again. Which I'm wondering if that's why he turned him. Is like, make more allies. We could fuck him up. and like, that didn't go well apparently, because I think he gave up on him wholeheartedly. After digging for it, they had finally found it. He finally got the tape I wanted. My favorite dinosaur. I want to know what happened to the Arginus suit. Argurius suit. What did happen to it? The way things are going, I bet he like just said, nah, I'm good. Kill me. We have tried our best to comply with the other person mutated in the suit. But his persistence hurts our finances. Oh no, they took him out back. People want to see him, but he doesn't want to be seen. They're like, you could be a fucking amusement park mascot. No! I was confused at first. This was all? Fair enough. It was very short. Then he started to explain. He explained that the next movie was supposed to be the man in the Argurius suit versus the man in the suit. Yeah, okay. Something about to happen. Oh, honestly. They have tried their best wanting to comply with the Argurius, like if they were training a dog to do tricks. Yeah, how well is that going to go? He snapped a photo of them trying to comply with the Argurius. You know what? I'll hand it to this one. This looks like a 3D render. Like his face looks like a 3D render with a filter on it. At least I'll give it that. That's pretty convincing. He doesn't look happy, chat. I don't want to live either. I'm not gonna lie. If I was him, I wouldn't want to be here. They said they were gonna use force on him, using tasers and such. Yeah, they would. But he warned me that there was a movie in the works. Of course, they gotta make money off his ass. Something about a Godzilla battling a giant moth. I love that's the selling point with this. That thing looks possessed. That thing looks like it's wanting to be killed. To me, that's like he's like, I don't want to be alive. He's probably in like unimaginable pain and suffering, right? Can't imagine. Well, we're gonna somehow get a moth involved. You know what's also funny about this whole thing? I think it's funny that he wants to kill basically Americans for nuking Hiroshima. But he's still like, I have to keep making films. How else am I gonna fund my attack on America? By being a star. I think that's hilarious. Mothra maybe? Oh, it's 100% Mothra. 100%. Yeah, that's Mothra. So how that's gonna work, I don't know. So he's just existing. So our poor dude in the Argurius suit is just existing. He's like, I'm barely here. I want to die. You can't make me work. I don't care. Don't care at all. And now they're like, well, I guess we'll just have to make a new one. Rare newspaper 1964. Okay. This was a premiered one. Interesting. See if I missed anything. Translation. This place, the outside air, the cars, the windows, the house. Did they just move on? Will we forget? It has been a minute. 1964? Wasn't like a big capitalistic boom in Japan in like the 60s and 70s? Like a big rush of shit happened like a couple decades after the bombing that they blew the fuck up. They grew fast into like the city, like a lot of the cities had skyscrapers at this point now. Like they did a big rush. So I can see him like looking at it. I'm like, we just moved on. Why aren't you angry? They killed us. They nuked us. Why are we just here becoming like this? This reminds me of the Shed 17 type of shit. Yeah. I don't know. I don't blame like this Godzilla though. This guy, he's like, because he's been around for over a decade, and as far as we know, he hasn't aged since he like became this suit. So like, it's like, am I alone on this whole shit? Am I low on the endeavor of fuck the Americans? I'm sure there's still a lot of people say fuck the Americans. Well, I guess more so now. Like, there's a lot of restrictions, like people, like company, like small businesses in Japan that are very like anti-touristy. So there's something there, but for different reasons, I should say. Definitely different reasons. All right, let's learn about the newspaper. I tried to get off of this situation. You tried to what now? And just leave Japan. But if I try to, I'll probably be arrested. I went too far into this rabbit hole. Too far to the point I can't get out. It just keeps getting worse. Yeah, it does. Somewhere in the middle of the new movie, the man in the suit somehow escaped. Oh. Oh, he Roman? That's why he feels the way he feels about the city. I guess he's been stuck. He's chose to stay, but he's been probably just on the studio lots of Toho this whole time. Locked away in some factory. How do I know this? How do I know this? Wait, is that supposed to be how I know this or how I load this? I think that's supposed to, how do I know this? It looks like I load this though. I low do this. I low do I know this? It's because this is missing the mark. Background music makes it sound like a boss fight. Oh yeah. That's Godzilla music too, maxed out. It always sounds like a boss fight. How do I know this, you ask? I had to do the thing. I took too long to do it. It was on the news. Oh. Godzilla sighting in our area. He's grown. Has he grown bigger? I think he has. Titled Monstrous Movie Monster Sighting. Got the 3 M's there. Let's go. Huh. Sightings and witnesses have seen a creature that resembles a lanky and tall Godzilla. So he has gotten bigger. Such advanced defense force when you need them, honestly. One night, a couple started to travel home as the husband took some photos. The husband was a photographer and thought taking a picture of the road would be an inspiration to his next photo piece. Sometimes they give us all the time in the world to read this, and I just never realized that. One of the photos captured this. Get on this newspaper to get all this information. Working their ass off. Yeah, he got big. Also, no offense, that looks more like a lonely country road than like more of a suburban, more city block street. Around later that night, a boy would see a silhouette of this mysterious beast, thinking it was Godzilla. He stormed outside with a camera, trying to take a photo of it. Run. I don't think he has no... Here's the thing, though. He has no intentions of actually wanting... Like, if the human side stays, he has no intention to wanting to kill his own people. He wants revenge, not indiscriminate murder. It would be very terrifying to see that, don't get me wrong, and they would validly run for that just purely for human nature. But, like, I think they would be fine. I don't think there's an animalistic side happening outside of the fact that maybe he's just being fueled by rage to stay conscious, but he's starting, well, maybe not even that anymore. I think he's definitely, like, even he's, like, fucking looking at everything. It's like, did we just move on? Like, probably still a little bit, I guess, rage, but now it's a more of a acquisitive, like, rage of what is happening. Why aren't we attacking? Why are we just moving on? Like, we got skyscrapers now? Like, it's like, I'm pretty sure, like, that boom happened, right? It's like William Afton hatred. Yeah, essentially. Yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it. Just like, he's just fueled, that's what's keeping him alive, of just, he wants revenge. You know, like, the Americans took everything from me. And we need to fucking do something about this. And now he's like inquisitive, angry of like, what's going on? Why are we moving on? These were the photos he was able to take. Yeah, look at him. He's just roaming. He's just roaming. He's looking around, looking at the new world. It's a new decade. The Americans did drop a nuke on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Yeah, we knew this. I mean, obviously. It'd be weird if people don't know that. But if for those that don't know, that is the original reason why Godzilla existed to begin with. The original creator of Godzilla, it was not long after the fact of the nukes happened, that was in order to take a tragedy and to turn it into something to help at least try to entertain a depressed mass. Godzilla was formed from that. Like, I think the whole original story was the fact those nukes mutated an actual lizard that became Godzilla. That is why Godzilla, like, the way it eats is through radiation. That's why they exist in the first place. I'm pretty fucking sure. I'm pretty sure that is the original lore for Godzilla. So it makes sense that someone that was the pilot, the suit to become the actor behind the creature, would probably also harbor feelings around that time. Because, you know, like I said, when that movie was made versus the bombings, it probably wasn't that long. I don't know my history very well in that, like, timetable. But, like, it wasn't that long after. It really was. Like, not that long after. So it makes sense. This all makes sense. So I imagine he's just looking at everything. Did we just move on? We just rebuild? That's all we did? Like, he's not, like, I mean, these photos are interesting because he's not even trying to look scary. He's, like, just taking it in. We tried to interview the child, asking him what he had seen, and to draw a picture of the creature. I mean, yeah, he's probably, like, terrifying just outside of his, like, normal mutations. But every other shot we've seen, he's, like, very much a terrifying creature. I seen the film with my dad. I know what Godzilla would look like, said the kid. Well, obviously. It was a very big thing. Godzilla is still very popular. The thing I saw outside on the street wasn't Godzilla. So has he mutated away from that now? He's now becoming like an uncanny valley version of Godzilla. If it's anything like the last photo we saw, yeah, probably. The beast's skin looked fake yet real. Very uncanny. I said that. I said those words. That makes sense. I don't think it was a creature. It might be some man in that suit. At this point, how would you know? If mutations are supposed to be constantly happening, how the fuck would you even know to even say that? I don't know. I guess maybe the mannerisms. Like, that's just a dude in a suit, man. Maybe the mannerisms stayed the same while being fused. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know how I can explain his face. It somehow kept changing. I think it was because of the lack of sleep. Forever mutating? But I do remember one of his faces. He quickly drew a drawing of it. Oh, he's mogging again. He literally was look-maxing me. He did the ice cold. He did the cheek thing and just stared at me. I'm like, what the fuck? Couple decades too early for that, good sir. Child, how do you know that? Don't ask me questions. I'm from the future. Bye-bye! He looked like... What is it? Terraformers? Yeah, I think it's Terraformers. Or one of them. I can't remember which manga or anime it was. There's literally a planet of like super buff, strong cockroaches. That's what he looks like. A more evil version of those cockroach monsters. He's got the neck and everything for it. Terrifying photo. Toho got wind of this fast, explaining that this was a promotion for their new film. That'd be a crazy promotion, though. It'd be like the back rooms with the blue tape across all those like different areas across the world. Somehow they were able to stop any more copies of the story from printing again. Yeah, it's not too surprising. Even Japan, companies that have a little bit of power can do a lot. I have too many questions. What was he even doing outside? How did he even escape? Were Toho able to catch him? I can picture in my head, if it's anything like the description we read, they probably caught him when he was in a daze of confusion. Of angry confusion, right? He's looking at everything. Like I talked about this a little bit ago. He's like, he wants revenge. He wants revenge from America for what they did to his country. What he did to him personally and his family. But everyone just seemed to move on. We rebuilt. We're growing fast. It's growing faster than ever did. Changed to how it was. He probably looked at everything and was like, what the fuck? You know? And like when they had their force, like probably have a security force. It's a company. Companies love a good security force if they got the money for it. They probably got him in that daze and he didn't fight because he's confused. He's like, what am I going to fight? What's happening right now? Why are we here? Why are we fighting back? We just act like it never happened. That's how I'm taking this. He's upset now with his people of like, why didn't we fight back? Why didn't we come back stronger to get our revenge? You know? Which is like, that's how I'm interpreting this, right? Definitely so. It's like, that's how they were able to recapture him. Because he's like, fucking, he was probably wanted to see how with the outside world. Probably something triggered him for that. To answer the second question, how did he escape? What was he doing outside and why did he escape? He's Godzilla. Dude's probably stronger than most of the company. He probably killed a bunch of people to get out, but he probably got triggered by something. Japanese fears that Americans might have had more nukes. Well, I think it was a bit of a crippling moment, but I don't know my history, so I'm not even going to try to like interpret what exactly happened. But I'm just saying, like, in his sense, right? Like, that's probably what he feels like, you know? Because I think they did like go through a thing at that point. It took a while for them to get back on their feet. Like, it was a very crippling thing. And they did come back stronger than ever, right? They were very, in a lot of ways, people considered them like a future city at the time. Like, up until like, you know, the 80s and 90s, they were just like crazy. They were like very much the future, you know? It was like that. And we do have more nukes. That's just obvious. We're America. We're obsessed with making that type of shit. We need to have a defense force that's like billions of dollars for no goddamn reason. Athra. Mosura. It's 45. Okay, so it's 45. So it was about 10 years later, the Godzilla stuff happened. Yeah, that makes sense. But only a few decades later, it just kind of like, we just built. They built back up. Gotcha. Mansura suit incident, 1964. Yeah, it was not that long. It was like 10 years. Let's see. Translate. Translate. Reborn. Ah, gotcha. Who's being reborn? The Godzilla be reborn? I got questions. Sounds like the iconic music, but slightly different. There's the sound. And there's the Mothra. Let's sit back down. One moment. Ugh. Is that blood? I think it's just a recoloring. Very much so. That's all that is. Give it some dramatic effect. The spy I had befriended had told me what has happened during the time the man in the suit had escaped. He had told me that something went wrong. He said this has happened because of what conditions the man in the suit was in. I had a feeling he's not in great conditions. They don't give a fuck enough. He was lathered with some type of paste that made him look different and a bit shiny. Oh. What if, like... Well, we'll see where this goes. But what if, like... the suit outside was still deteriorating, because a lot of old props were not meant to last. They were just meant to get the job done, and they barely did that. Did you ever see like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones from the live action? Those things are horrifying. Like what they look like now, like at auction, they're just disintegrated, especially where glue and everything was used. They're just like almost nothing to them. Even the well put together ones, they just start slowly disintegrating. Okay, did he become like the actual size of Godzilla, or is he like still the same height as a regular human man? He is, for what we could decipher from that, he's a bit taller. He's not Godzilla size. He is definitely bigger though than an average human, what I am gathering from it. Like, I'm thinking he would have to be like, what, like 7-8 feet tall? Because every time we see photos of him, when in that last video in the street, he looked taller than a normal person. I don't know if that was intentional, or maybe it was just not the greatest of Photoshop, but I think he's a bit bigger, but he's not Godzilla size. He's just a guy. It's like literally a person in a suit size, but just a bit bigger at this point. Because, you know, if he's forever mutating, he would probably just like grow slightly bigger. Would he still need to eat? I would think so at this point. Yeah, 100%. He's just Godzilla, just 7 feet tall. I think he probably still needs all that shit. Look different and a bit shiny. He had to wear a glossy type of contact so they could hide his bloodshot eyes. Yeah, because they went to color. It's a color. It's like in color Godzilla. He was forced to withstand high wind. Okay. He was dragged around. They're really just putting him through the masses. He was treated like a circus animal. I mean, yeah. Feel bad for him, but yeah. Because I'm sure Toho only saw him as that. Just nothing more than a, just like another prop, essentially, for them to make more money. I gotta hurt, honestly. During production, instead of the man in the suit fighting another man in a monster suit, it would be replaced by a puppet. Yeah, Mothra. Kind of hard to put a dude in Mothra. The man in the suit saw Mansera, the puppet moth, as a living being. He thought someone was inside the puppet because of how lifelike it acted. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch. I don't think it looked that good. Then again, I guess he wouldn't know better. Toho thought it was a very smart tactic until they realized they had a problem. Right, because the man in the suit might accidentally kill the other man in the suit. That too, but also it'd be weird just to have a guy in a moth outfit flying around. It wouldn't look very realistic versus people in puppets would work. People in suits would work better. But I think it's the fact that he got fooled by it so much, because I didn't think it looked that lifelike from the footage we saw. But something happened. So what happened here? Someone needed to be in one of the larva suits. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. That's it. That's how they're doing that. All right, cool. A Mothra will be born. He's gonna bite these things and somehow infect them, like he did with the Argarius suit, and then it's over. It's done. One female actor thought it was a good idea because of how much security they had, so agreed to be in one of the shots, being inside the larva suits. Why did they even have to? They're larvae! It was originally her first day on the job, and invited her parents to see her act. Ugh. Her parents didn't care about what character she was in the movie. They were happy that she was even included in production. Oh, an interesting setup we have now. Feel bad for lady. She got killed and became Mothra. Or Mansera. Whatever. Sadly, the amount of security isn't going to help her out of the trap she put herself in. Yeah. He chomping. Chomp, chomp, chomp like Pac-Man at a ghost. In one of the scenes they were filming, the man in the suit snapped. Yeah, no shit. He's being treated like ass. He's still sentient. Going after the Mansera puppet, biting into it. After realizing the moth was a puppet, he would go ballistic and charged after the woman in the larva suit. I love that these are basically just all titles for different series. She's dead. She is now a Monstera. His whole thing is creating things by accident. Yeah, we're gonna do that one more time. I did it. I beat that shit. Wow. The man in the suit charges forward against the other suit. The larva suit had plenty of headroom for her to duck down. But that won't stop the man from charging deeper. Nom, 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 nom. Delicious. When her head gets bitten, her parents see everything. That's a shame. You gonna show the parents? You did. Damn, you're a bastard for that. They tried to intervene. Okay, they did. They dead. They're gone. He tail swiped them bitches. My daughter, no. They were both mauled to death by the man in the suit. After mauling them, the man in the suit would immediately try and protect the larva suit. But the production crew were ready this time. Yep. With tasers, they stunned him away from the larva suit. In some fit of rage, he barges through security and escapes. Yep, can't make a Monstera today, no thank you. There was a team that was quickly dispatched to catch the man in the suit. Can't stop yawning today. 4 men were tasked to stay with the larva suit, wanting to try and get her out of the suit. What happened to her? She's becoming the Monstera. The spy was in the team to get the man in the suit. Because like he tried to do what he did with the Argyrius suit. For those that missed it, he bit him, and in doing so, infects them in some way or form. It's something about what he does when he bites them. It's like a zombie bite. He infects them, and what he did last time was that he protected the person in the suit while they became the suit. They became that creature. They fused into it, like what happened to him. However, probably a bit more of a streamlined version of that. That's why they were so ahead of it, because they knew exactly what was going to happen. They bit it, and he was going to go try to protect it so people won't go near to disturb it. But that didn't go well, obviously. It took an hour to find the man in the suit. Are they going to put her down? I don't know. They might still use her, or if they decide to let that happen, but they seem to want to try to stop it. They saw him looking around the forest, as if he was just wandering around and looking at nature. I'm sure he probably was. I wouldn't be surprised. As if he was calm. Heck nah. Madzilla, how's it going, man? The calmness broke as it saw the people trying to capture it. He's like, no! My tweez! The man in the suit was surrounded. It's like, you ain't gonna take me back, bitches. Then it would start to shake violently. Him? Goji? He twitched as a sudden sound, as if he was vibrating. Oh! Oh, he pissing. He vomited a red, boiling liquid. Presumably his own blood. Why? Is that the closest we get to his radioactive ray? Oh! It's like a bio-waste. It's like being spewed out. Ugh. Disgusting. It's like, I've had too much to drink. I'm good. Blah, blah, blah. We are on this a long time. Can we move on? I don't want to hear that sound no more. It was probably a last resort the creature had. But somehow, they had a hold of the beast and took it back. That's crazy. That's crazy. It was like a weird defense mechanism. It didn't even work. What a shitty defense mechanism. The spy took a picture of what was left. Oh! Wow, it made how much it came out of them, man? It made a pool of blood sunk into the fucking ground like that. That's crazy. They left quickly to go put the man in the suit into a secure place. They feared the worst coming back. I'm sure it destroyed that forest. Or are you talking about Mothra or the Monstera? Probably just a larva round. Not gonna lie. This is what they expected. As always, we gotta have the graph, right? Yeah. I mean, that has been the MO. This is what they found. This is your brain on drugs. This is your brain, not on drugs. Pure blackness. That's what we got. Not a damn thing. Understandable. Yep. Just up on the wall. How to get there? We'll never know. What the fuck? How did it even get up there? How did it get up there? That's what I want to know. How? Okay. Well, Mothra's happening. Mothra be happening. That's what's going on. Hold on, let me fix the screen. There we be. There we be. Photosynthesis. That's how we got up there? Damn. Was that the cocoon? It was. It was the cocoon. Also, hi, Hobo. How you doing, man? Everybody coming in today. Hi, for the first time. We are watching, almost done with this series, which, since we are almost done, I will pose a question, if you guys are down for it, after we finish this series. But we are watching a series called The Man in the Suit. It is a Godzilla analog horror. I do believe it is canceled now, unfortunately. It was plans, I think, to be continued on, but, you know, personal life does happen to people. But it has been a hell of a trip so far. Very interesting, I will say. I've enjoyed it for the most part, but that's what we're watching right now. But yeah, and we only got like 2 more videos, this one and 1 more. So yeah, I will propose a question after this, because we're only about like 2 hours in today's stream. Just in the hopes of like do a longer one. We'll see if you guys are down for like maybe like another series if you guys would want to check out or not. But in the meantime, we gotta finish this up. So 7 updates, 1964. This is what I heard from the conversation. Okay, we'll look at that later. We'll leave that for later. That's definitely for later. All right. I've gotten several updates on what has happened after the Montserrat incident. You made that a little too blurry, dude. Just gonna be honest with you. 7 important things happened during that. Spy had passed by a room where a Toho executive and a government figure were talking. They were talking about the current state on the matter. We gotta do something about Godzilla. He's being crazy. He escaped the other night again. He's been too easily doing that. He was breakdancing with the local thugs. Godzilla is a delinquent. We gotta do something about that. Personally, I think that's great. That's awesome. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I have the self-control not to suggest Mary, but what about the Walton Files? That is one that I was thinking. However, I have one in mind that kind of goes with the theme with dinosaurs that I was thinking about. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Can you do analog horror Batman next time? Is there even an analog horror Batman? I don't know if there is one. I only knew of this one because of someone in the community suggested it. But Walton Files are on my list. Yes, of course there's a Batman one. I can only imagine. I would have to look into that one. I do need to look into Walton Files too, because I think Walton Files looks a little confusing for me. Because I don't know exactly if there's like more to it than just the few videos there are, or what. But I do follow that account, so I'm really curious in that as well. But I was thinking of one that's like kind of connected with the dinosaur angle, that just to keep with today's theme. That's what I'm thinking at least. But we'll see. We'll see. We should have enough time to do that one if we do choose to do it. talking about the cocoon, the current state of Gojira was in the news, etc. The most important detail I got from that was that I finally knew who was helping them along with hiding this. The Batman analog core that he doesn't have a no-kill code. What's his name? What's his name? That is a thing in the comics, by the way. But he puts on a very ridiculous suit. That's like a weird culmination. I can't think of it. He puts on that suit. It's a weird, like, split personality situation. That he becomes like a different person. It starts with a Z. I can't remember. Batman's been around a long time. He's gonna have stupid shit. But he was used not long ago, if I remember correctly. Secondly, was the cocoon. The cocoon or chrysalis was forming in one of the warehouses that stored the props for filmmaking. It makes it a headache whenever we need to get a diorama of Tokyo because we keep looking at it and it thinks it's going to attack us. I think that's fair. It makes it impossible to do your job. This is why Toho is in league to get a union, because these conditions are fucked. I will have to look into that at Doe. They got people to try and take it off, but when touching the cocoon, it sprayed an orange gas that flooded the room. Presumably being something radioactive or poisonous. We don't know. We didn't test it. You have so much time and energy and you haven't tested it? Thankfully, quote unquote, no one got hurt. They evacuated the warehouse. Oh, okay, now you want to be fucking fast about it. Instead of removing it, they went to keep it. Studying purposes? Probably. Or just see what happens when it comes out, and it's like, oh, well, cool, we got another one for our circus. I'm very agitated about this whole situation. They are doing stupid little mistakes that ruin other people's lives. Yeah, no shit. They don't care. They want money. Thirdly, scientists or specialists arrive on the scene where the man in the suit released his blood. It was that time of the month, man. Don't be mean about it. Don't have to make a whole big deal about it, dude. It's crazy. Expecting the same puddle from before, but they were met with this. What happened? What the fuck? It can like congeal? It can congeal and is spewing smoke. Neat. Had gotten to, oh god, it's gotten so bad that they needed people in hazmat suits so they can come closer to the puddle. So many plot twists. Is it a plot twist? I don't think that's how I use that. I don't think it's a plot twist. I think it's just story happening. I like that shot with the hazmat suits though, with the trees. That's really cool. As they looked at the quote-unquote puddle, they realized they needed to shut down the area. Sorry, that spacing fucked me up and it's a little too blurry. I'm looking at it like I have like eye problems. I feel old when it's like I'm squinting at the words to read it. They were too afraid to touch the substance, so they closed down the area. Okay. So it like congealed into a mud pie. Like it looks like a fucking cow's shit with the steam coming out of it. Like what the fuck did it do? Fourthly, I don't think I've ever heard fourthly before. Someone at the scene of the puddle said they've seen an eyeball in the foamy puddle. They weren't too sure to believe their claims, thinking it could have been a hoax. What? Foundation's gonna have a field day with this one, honestly. Is it like Is it making a new Godzilla? Like, what the fuck is going on? It's like when you, like, keep an egg alive without its shell. It's like doing that or some shit. That's crazy. Also, eyes of all things. That's insane. That's not how nature works. They weren't taking any chances. Looking closer if they could find the eye in the puddle. Well, I'm glad you guys decided to double down on that at least. They weren't successful for finding the eye in the puddle. The area around it has shut down. Was shut down. Mm-hmm. We'll see. Fifthly, that's also one I haven't heard before. I found out that they were going to make another movie despite what was going on. Yeah. You try to keep all these monsters under wraps. It's going to cost a lot of money. Gotta make that money. Gotta make these poor people work. Gotta make all the movies we can. Six. That's I think that's a newer one for this type of situation. I've gotten mail from one of my daughters. How many kids you got? Also, you've been here for a while. What's going on, man? Bro, it's always the money. It's always the money. Capitalism for you, man. It's capitalism. The shuffling of paper. Me, mommy, you, camera. Mom is upset. I'm guessing. Oh, that's your littlest one. We miss you, Daddy. Okay, let's see. Can I read cursive? I used to be able to. Dear blank, I've been worried about you. Oh, God. Something supposed to be... Oh, God. I can't read that. Sorry. Oh. Is this it? That's the conversation. So what is this? If we are to be married, are you... What? Are you okay? What's going on? Essentially, he's just been gone too long. That's all I'm gathering from that. God, it's been so long since I've read cursive. Because, like, no one writes cursive anymore. It's not even taught anymore. Except for your signature. I miss them. That's fair. Sorry, I'll go up a little bit more. I'm stuck here. Only here to show what happened. I guess if you're gonna be here, you might as well, right? I'm worried about you. It was only supposed to be 1 month. Are you okay? Like, what's going on? Gotcha. Thank you, Pascal. It's been so long since I read cursive. I want to go home, but I can't. Last thing I got updated on was getting a concept art for what the new monster would look like. I don't know what the next monster is supposed to be. This time, I'm going to try and intervene. Yeah, they're making legitimate baby monsters. Can we see it? I won't let this happen. Not for the third time. Yes. Can I see it? Can I see it? What's it supposed to be? Can I have the concept? Concept? Oh yeah! What's that one again? What's that? Was the three-headed dragon one? I don't remember. Okay, we gotta go back though, because we do gotta read stuff. I don't remember what that was. I don't remember the name of it. The fuck is this video? Oh, I don't know. King Ghidorah. Yes, yes. Can you imagine if they actually made that? That'd be crazy. This is what I heard from the conversation. You already made our deal whenever it bit into the Argarius actor. Yeah, but we as a company don't want this anymore. Too late. It was your fault you made the second movie. Then the one after that. I get it, but why even keep it alive? Why do we have to keep it? That is classified information. But why must we keep it? If we took it and someone sees the abomination, both of us are going to fall. But if you do it, we will be in your favor. We don't want to scare the public. Interesting. Besides, the deal was that we kept quiet if you supply us enough yen for your kaiju movies. What I'm confused about is whenever you took him to do audio tests on him in 1956, there was a tape that was misplaced with a speech that angered him. It was some sort of misinput. You are positive? Yes. Why must you make our company associated with it? Like the logo and everything. Didn't I tell you that answer? I apologize. Forgiven. Just wanted to inform you that we have a script in works about a movie with a 3-headed monster. And if we have another incident, don't worry. This costume will be fitted with some puppeteering, thicker skin made of a material that he can't chomp on. We'll be good. Good. And if another incident happens, you'll be stuck to make another suit for Gojira. Oh, they did make a new suit for him. Hire a new suit actor. Make sure that suit is sanitized and clean. And what would you do with the man in the suit? That's classified information. Oh, shit was about to go down. That's the next one. Ghidorah suit incident, 1964. Double checking anything I need to see. Oh, wow. They actually got a lot more people involved with this one. Good for you. Yeah, this is when it started to become a bit more like a lot more involvement. Cool. Good for him. So what does this stand for? Translate. You can't kill God. Oh, that's a good line. That's a good line. The fuck are you?
The screen has ever shown before can surpass the thrills of Ghidra, the 3-headed monster.
Ghidra. Also, it's very much the video, like, trying to take this audio out. No lie, that's actually a really cool effect. That's actually really cool. I ain't gonna lie, that was neat. There he is. Tow it. Oh, God, you fixed the clearness of your text. I'm glad we're learning with this. I love it. Toho decided to be very careful and cautious during filming their next film. Their plan was to make a semi-puppet semi-suit. Their reasoning for this is to possibly confuse the man in the suit. Oh. Toho has been testing with new materials that would be resistant to heavy damage. I actually got some like live redaction. These materials consisted of redacted, redacted, and redacted. Those are strong materials. Redacted's very strong. Can't even cut through it, you know what I mean? The lower body would have this toughened material. Okay. What if he rips the head off and it's like, I'm gonna slurp you up like a milkshake? The head and neck, however, were made for puppeteering, meaning they wouldn't be made of this material. I'm guessing it would be too stiff for puppeteering. Most of the kaiju that were in the film were puppets. Learning from their mistakes from the last time, the larva from Mothra was now a puppet. I'm waiting for it to wake up. I'm not gonna lie. That Mothra is gonna come. The Monstera. This time, I will intervene. I believe in you, cameraman. Damn, you took a photo like like a gun nut. That's crazy. I know it sounds risky to go to a workplace with a shotgun, especially in Japan. How'd you get a shotgun in Japan? Did you talk to Yakuza or some shit? Like, that's the only way I can think of you actually getting shit like that. You can't get a shit in Japan. When they want that shit illegal, it is illegal. They don't want that shit in. You gotta know some people to get this type of shit. But this thing needs to be put down. Once and for all. We're about to have a gunfight with Godzilla, and I'm very excited about that. I hope this guy knows his gung fu. It'd be crazy if he did. His appearance changes. I'm not sure how. It might be Toho's doing. They just put a new suit over him. They probably like rip it off and put a new one on, and he just adapts to that new suit of probably some nature like that. I don't know why he would have let that happen. Also, I do find it interesting we haven't heard him talking too much. I think he got dejected by the fact that like it's like okay, let me explain what my reasoning for that is that when he escaped the first time and went through the city, right? He had that whole moment of confusion on top of his anger. And I think a lot of that kind of like went away, especially after he started being, in a lot of ways, I want to say he allowed himself to get abused. I think he was in a weird state. And then once he escaped and he was calm, I think he's going through his own turmoil. I think he's almost like kind of I think he would be eventually letting things go, but he still has that weird shit of like, you can't fuck with me, bitch. Which is fair, which they can't. He just keeps growing back. I don't know. It's interesting. It's a bit of a theory. Toho's team was incredibly confident about their plan. What are you showing things in this glitches? However, their confidence was put to the test. Of course, as always. They only had one last thing to film. The man in the suit was behaving properly because of heavy security. He's like, man, it's the popo. Clever. I like this. The man in the suit couldn't possibly take a bite out of the suit actor because of the toughened material. So you say, but let's be honest, he's gonna find a way. However, they have forgot about one thing. He can puke up blood. Blah, 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 blah. According to how it was built, the neck and head were the most vulnerable parts. And the guy in the suit's not an idiot. The neck and head were supposed to be the suit actor's arms and hands. There's still a man in there. There was a contraption that makes it so the suit actor would pull on a lever to open the mouth of Ghidorah. In one of the last shots, the man in his suit would just stay there, not moving. Let me guess. That didn't go as planned. Then he would start to shake violently. Rawr, rawr, rawr. The team on the site tried to do something, but the suit actor for Godzilla got too close. And he got nommed on. The man in the suit would bite into the head of Godzilla. Which head? There's 3 of them. Which one? Did he gamble? Roll the dice? What'd he do? Pick up a number, 1 through 3. He's like, 4. Fuck. Jesus. Is he puking into the head? Oh no. Okay. The man in the suit would puke the same red boiling substance from before to the Godzilla suit's head. Yeah, filling it up with that hot, bloody milkshake. Ugh. This acidic substance ran through the suit's actor's arms that supported the neck. Ugh. Yeah. God, they just never learn. This is when I started to enter the studio. However, some of the workers there were confused. Oh, I love this Ryzen music we got going on. They might be confused about me bringing a guitar case. The shotgun I brought being inside of it, of course. That makes sense. They stopped me and asked me a question. Where have you been? What? I asked, wasn't I fired? There only fire people in Japan like that. You never were, they replied. Really? He could have at least got a paycheck while exposing their secrets. What the fuck? Why wouldn't they fire him though? What the fuck? As I barged through, ignoring their comment, I realized that the set they were in had a power box in the room. He must have noticed me after puking his acidic blood in the head of the Godzilla suit. He faced the power box. Why did he face the power box? He's got a tail, right? He wouldn't be able to reach it with his tail. Let's see if it was like 1-to-1. I don't think it was. But I'm just saying. I think it'd be really crazy if he actually used his tail. We were told he's gonna have better bodily functions, like mutate and use his body better. And I haven't seen one drop kick from this man. The Godzilla drop kick of destiny. You know which one it is. Look it up. It's great. Fucking rides on his tail on the ground just to drop kick a guy for 1.5 miles, going Mach 20. I haven't seen that yet in this series, and I'm disappointed. I want it, and I want it now. Call JG Wentworth. It happened so fast. Yo! We got something new, baby. Let's go. We got some actual footage of a set. That's crazy. Oh, very good. Get his ass. Shoot him. Also, why is this studio so dingy? Oh, I love that. That was different. Yay. Difference. Different. What the fuck? Yo, you blew his head off? That's crazy. Pop goes the weasel on that guy. My God. Good aim. Jesus. Makes sense why the description says you can't kill a god. Though we know that probably wasn't gonna work. Oh, I like that. That's good. He's like, you thought that was gonna work, bitch. My scales grow. You know, he really should have thought about that. They did take one of his like fins off, and like it grew back within minutes. Okay. The fuck is this? I'm gonna treat it like an ink blot. So what I'm seeing right now is that my mom is yelling at my dad about not taking out the garbage, and he's just sitting there with a beer in his hand, dejected, disassociating. What does that say about me, chat? The beer, I think it's the beer from King of the Hill. I don't remember the brand. It looks just like it. I don't know where he got it. I think I'm projecting. Anyway, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I can't decipher it. I don't know what I'm looking at right now. Oh, it's morphine. Is it? Is it the man in suit healing? Is that a face? What the fuck is going on? Oh. Was it Gojira? Oh, well then. Well then. Well, that was the man in the suit. That was it. That was the series. That was it. That's all there is. Unfortunately, that will be all there will be of this. This is very much a canceled series. Like I said, the creator went through some stuff. I think he's good on this right now. It's still great. I love the premise of it. It was fantastic. You know? Still a good time, even if it is like a short-lived. We have watched some like canceled ones that had a lot of potential, unfortunately, but you know, that happens. You know, things happen. That was that series. I did like it a lot. The broken English, I definitely think that had to been not like his. That's my only like one of my few pet peeves. Maybe like a lot of beginner stuff with like aspect ratio, like very technical stuff that like kind of just bothered me for a second, but like. You know, we don't make great things off the bat. We learn, and that's what he definitely did. Is that he definitely got better and better at making these videos, which 100% for all the time. 100% for. I love that. That's great. I think that's how you should do things. Is like learn how to do better, how like get better at the skills that you want to learn at, right? But it wasn't bad. I liked it. What about you, chat? What was your thoughts? Did you enjoy it? The premise was way better than I thought it was going to be. And I do like the fact that they just never learned. And I thought that was really fucking funny. Is that they just never learned. They just never learned, and every time they kept trying, it just never went well. They never went well. Okay, so we're about to hit the 3-hour mark. I think the next, if we were to watch another one, I don't know if I want to or no. I haven't decided. It would have to be a long one because I think it's about a 2 hour. It's about 2 hours. It's probably gonna be like over the time. So we might not happen today. That went on a little longer. The one I was thinking about, we'll make this for next week. How about this? Might make it for next week because I'm in the mood for some shorter ones right now, purely before we like dive into another big like month-long watch, which is probably gonna be I think we might watch Hi, I'm Mary Mary, but the one I was looking at is another analog horror that was going to stay within kind of the same theme called Prehistoric Emergence. It's a dinosaur analog horror, and there's like 2 seasons of it. The creator did make the full seasons into 2 videos. One is like 35 minutes long, the other one's an hour 12, way longer than I thought it was going to be. So I think we might do that next week for that. Does that sound good to you? Does that sound great? If it was a little shorter, I might say we could probably bust it out today, within like 2 hours, like less than 2 hours, but like I can't really go over the 5 hour mark because for a stream, because I do have to do things outside of stream. So we'll save that for next week. We'll make that our short one next week, and then we'll probably dive into a big long form horror series after that. And maybe I'll check out that Batman horror one. And I should check out Walton Files. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking for a game plan for our watch alongs for the next couple weeks. Just off the bat, that probably will change, but that's what I'm thinking about what's going on. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it there for the man in the suit today. That was great. I enjoyed it. It's a real shame that it's canceled, but if you do, it's understandable why. Things do happen in life, and like that just makes it hard, right? But I'm glad we got to watch what was there and enjoy what was there as well, because I did enjoy it. Outside of like minor spelling mistakes and maybe a little bit of technical, but that's whatever. You get better at that stuff as time goes on. But yeah, this one was so good. I love the execution. Honestly, it was really well done. I enjoyed it. It explained the things that I wanted to explain. Earbuds just died, so I'm gone. All right, Pascal, thanks for hanging out, man. If we're actually heading out now, because we're actually gonna be calling it there anyway today. But yeah, it was fun. I'm glad we got through that. Next week we'll do dinosaurs. Maybe we'll do Walton Files next. I don't know. I don't want to dive too deep in a hard long one right now just yet. We'll see how life goes. But anyway, that's gonna do it for us today. I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. If you want to know what that is in your time zone, check out the schedule on the offline screen on Twitch or the waiting room on YouTube. I do multi-stream on both platforms. I also post that schedule on the post section on YouTube, along with the other ones, you know, like Twitter and Blue Sky. I don't know where I was going with that sentence at first. Where I have them pinned. So if you need to check out my schedule anywhere, you got all those places. I also post a new schedule every Sunday. I try my best to, at least. So if you want to know what's going on, those will be the days when I update it. Let's see. If you miss me, and I know you do, I try to post a short form content clip almost every day. It's been kind of crazy in the last few days, so thank you all so much for the support. Across all the platforms I just mentioned, along with TikTok and Instagram. So you guys got a lot of places to follow me at if you want to. If you want all those links, you can use the command !socials. They're also down below in the description on both YouTube and Twitch. So you have your run of the litter. So you have a choice there. I'll be back Wednesday with, I believe we're playing Resident Evil 4. We'll probably finish that up. I do have a series in mind that I want to check out. After that, probably be another long form one. And then Thursday is Totally Normal Dark Souls 3, which is a rando Dark Souls 3. So you can check that out. Also, Resident Evil 4 is modded, so we put some fun in there. We're probably nearing the end of 4. We're not in 3, Dark Souls 3, but we'll see if we finish it this week or not. Probably another couple weeks, I'm thinking, but yeah. Thank you all so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Y'all have been fantastic. This has been a lot of fun. I really do enjoy these watch-alongs, and I'm glad we've been doing them. And I'm glad you guys have been enjoying them, because we've been doing them for like every Monday, almost every Monday for a few months now. So, which is crazy. It's been crazy. I think I'm getting closer to like, we're actually really close to my first year of doing this. I say close, quote unquote. Like, I think my first video I uploaded on the channel before we even streamed was in November or October. No, it was October, because I played a bunch of horror games in October for videos. So that is the oldest video. I've been doing this getting close to a year. We're only a few months out. That's crazy. That's crazy, guys. This is the fastest year of my life. That's insane. So yeah, thank you all so much for the continued support. Y'all have been fantastic. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying everything. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a lovely Tuesday. Have a great rest of your day on Monday. Stay cool. Get hydrated. Don't die out there. It's hot as hell. And also, if someone offers you a role in a movie, in a monster movie of all things, probably best not to do it. You too might become the next Godzilla. More likely, you'll probably become like Winnie the Pooh. They probably do like a Winnie the Pooh 3 because that's like public domain. So I would hate to be stuck in a Winnie the Pooh outfit. Anyway, have a lovely day. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Bye-bye.